I'm blaming the streets, bro. Streets still that nigga. Come on, man. I thought that nigga stood up for the streets, man. I wish I could take this nigga off Rocket Man now. Biggest rat in the world. Pay you $1 million to sell your soul. You a sucker 20 million, nigga. Hey, I've been getting my fans on my everybody in my DM talking about nigga speak on a thug. Man, check this out, bro. When it's time for me to speak on anything, I'm gonna speak on it. Whoever put me on their couch, bro, I'm an open book. I'm gonna speak on it, I'm gonna tell how I feel, and I'm gonna keep it real about the situation. That's Boosie, bro. But somebody gotta put me on that couch, bro, to do that. But at the same time, I shouldn't even have no energy for this. Like, all this going through right now, like, man, I shouldn't even have no energy for it. Like, I'm going through real gangster. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I got a lot going on. You know, I can't be going back and forth on no internet, bro. Like, especially with Yak. Nigga, you know, I'm trying to get the same thing you got from the same people, bro. And you know that, bro. Come on, type of shit going on, bro. But, other than that, bro, like, yeah, when it's time to talk about any situation, you know how I'm coming. You know I'm going to tell the truth how I feel about any situation. And to all my fans, you know, if y'all my real fans, y'all going to say, man, she ain't really got time for that. Like, I don't even want, like, my real fans who love me, like, we got real shit, nigga, we praying right now, nigga,
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as they got turned up on the timeline between Boosie and Kodak Black once again. And I put that clip in the beginning right there from back in 2023 to show you where the energy was at after Kodak Black had did the song with 6ix9ine, and people had a lot to say about it. However you want to feel, you can feel that way. But Boosie most definitely was the most vocal. Said, I want to take that nigga off my song. Saying he out of pocket, he did wrong. Saying, hey, I believe that nigga do a weird sexual act for some money now. He done disgraced the streets. He done messed up his legacy, and everything negative that he could say about it, he did it. They had a little like back and forth, and then Kodak Black ended up using one of his songs and things, was dissing him online as well. Well, that's that. Well, here we are today, where people have been sitting back and wondering what Boosie got to say when it comes to Young Thug in his case, in his situation, where he inside the room during an interrogation, and he was giving up some type of information, whether it was wrong, whether it was incorrect. A lot of people gonna say that's also corroboration. Now, if you the person that's vocal, as in Boosie, what you got to say about that? But he has been sitting back, relaxed, and people have been wondering where he at. As I got to say, that response he gave right there don't make no sense at all, Boosie. I'm gonna keep it 100. And you know that you're wrong with how you speaking it, on how people perceiving it, and what you trying to get people to see, that ain't that off of what you've been doing in the past. As what got it kicked off was this post. There was a comment from Kodak Black, and I don't know, I was thinking that might not be real at first because it didn't say what comment section was where it was in. I was like, is that a real page? But the blogs picked it up, and it started to spread around where he said, where the H Boosie at? Fam was just the spokesman for this ish. Now he ain't got nothing to say. These niggas is BX. And Boosie responded on Twitter as well and said, Kodak, believe me, when it's time to speak on the situation, I'm going to speak. But it's business. I get a bag to speak on these situations. And believe me, somebody coming with it. And you wrong. I shouldn't have energy at all for this ish, what I'm going through. And you must be still mad about my remarks about you. Let that ish go and admit you regret it now. Your career been downhill ever since. You effing over your legacy. You gonna be known as a drug addict before your talents. On top of that, you check PC, my nigga. Come on, man. You walk to the left when you got off the bus. The whole Fed system will tell you this. I don't want to go back and forth with you. Get off the drugs and get you some help. You effing with the wrong one, nigga. You not one of us. You ain't like that. I got to keep it all the way real with Boosie right here. what you just said, bro, didn't make no sense at all. Why? We know what you're facing. We know what you're going through. But it's like, oh, I don't want to speak on it. I got to get booked for an interview. Then I'll speak on it. But people can look on the internet in the past, Boosie, even with Kodak Black, when you was going at him, you didn't wait to get booked for an interview. You went to Twitter, you went to Instagram, you spoke on all type of people telling and corroboration cases. I want to say, I just thought yesterday, I seen them throw something up there. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I got the wrong page with YW Bortman when that news that came out that he agreed to a proffer, because most people gonna see that proffer as, bro, you got to give up some information. We ain't gonna know what it is. We don't know exactly what you're gonna tell them, but you agreed to tell them something, no matter how you slice the pie. I thought he went up on the gram on that. So now you gotta wait on Young Thug. All they saying is you picking and choosing. Kodak Black, whether he's still mad, everything you said about him can be true, but that's the same thing for you, bro, because people just call like it is. You've been the most vocal about the telling. You went in at Rollo. You went in at a lot of people. This is the internet. If you bring it to the internet, they gonna hold you to that. It just is what it is. I'm not saying I'm concerned with it. I'm not saying that I am deeply invested in it at all. I'm just saying we gonna see the hypocrisy, bro. No matter how you slice the pie. Young Thug been all over the internet for the last 2 weeks. You ain't had nothing to say about that. But then you say, well, hey, man, I shouldn't even be focused on this at all. I shouldn't be worried about this. I got too much real stuff going on. I agree with him in that. He shouldn't have to worry. You shouldn't speak on it. But then you came to the internet and spoke on it. Then you even put out some other stuff out there like, hey, nigga, don't play with me, woo-de-woo, this and that. But then you say, well, I shouldn't speak on it, but if I get booked for it, I'll go do it. Like, nah, if you passed it, you passed it. If you over it, you over it. If you don't want to be seen as the person that speak on stuff, then why are you sitting around doing interviews to speak on stuff? It just is what it is, bro. Can't nobody pee on me and tell me it's raining, dog. I don't care who it is. Like I said, when it comes to that case, I still stand as an opinion that, hey, I didn't like how Boosie got done with that case. I'm going to come on here and call it like it is when it comes to this stuff. And what I say about the streets, whatever went on with Kodak Black in the prison, the Fed system, that's that, fam. We not in prison right now. You could go at him. You could say he ain't like that, anything of that situation. But that don't negate the facts of this right here when everybody can see it in the clear that you have decided not to speak on Young Thug. No matter what your opinion is, no matter how nobody feel about Young Thug, everybody got opinions. This is why I say when it comes to everything, I don't even care about the who snitching, who telling, who giving up information, who ratting. I speak on it because I know that's going to get the eyes to the channel. I tell y'all that all the time. We don't be up here doing paperwork parties in the streets and nothing like that at all. But I know y'all gonna click it, and then I can put the real message out here. Stay out these people's way. Stay safe, be free, take care of your family, because people telling, people giving up information in interrogations or federal situations or taking plea deals, giving up their people before the trial start, none of that is new under the sun. All of that is part of the streets. And they not gonna come tell you that. At the same time, the people is out of line for doing them wrong and tell it. But when you commit to that lifestyle, you telling them, hey, I'm cool with this possibly being a thing because I know this is here. And the dudes who give up and say, I don't want to be in jail no more, or I want to tell on somebody to save myself, which I don't agree with that. I feel like you got to take accountability, responsibility as a man. That's code, honor, morals, principle, integrity, nothing to do with the streets. My thing is with this right here is they not going to tell you, hey, bro, I gave a nigga up because I just couldn't do the time, bro. I just want to come home, bro. I don't even care, dog. Say what y'all got to say about me. Niggas just don't like to admit that because they know it's not respected. They really ashamed of it. But to go at Kodak Black like that, you can say what you want to say about him, whether it's truth or fact. He just called it out. He seen the opportunity. He took it. It is what it is. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.